Spring is around the corner, and today we're planning for April. Welcome back to the channel. Today is tea time as opposed to coffee because I am trying to not do too much caffeine, which makes no sense because this is still black tea. We've got rhubarb and vanilla today, and my pinky is out. I'm doing the fancy thing. So grab your beverage of choice. Let's get planning for April. We are moving fast towards April. So today we're going to be doing the April planning with the new April spread from my Etsy store. Because I have an A5 planner, I have printed things out 2 pages to one A4, which feels like it's a pretty good fit size-wise for mine at least. I do want to switch up the dashboard for my planner cover, but I haven't really gotten there quite yet. It's the 24th of March now when I'm recording, and I kind of want to wait till actual April when we kind of move away from the more wintry stuff into spring. So this month I'm using the Boho Spring Awakening sticker set that is totally new and out in my Etsy shop. There are a few different themed spring spreads, but this was a new one, so that's what I want to do. I always start out with picking different washi tapes that go together for the amount of weeks that I have. And my reviews and those things, I'll be doing that also when I do the dashboard towards actual April 1st. But I'm really loving how this whole setup is working for me. The looking over my life, the different aspects of it, and this wheel that I have here is so much fun. Just to be able to sort of see how things are going from one month to another. I feel like it's a really good way for me to sort of get a good overview on where am I putting more energy this month as opposed to last month, and kind of being able to track my flares and things like that as well. So this month I wanted to make sure that I was leaving the spoon trackers that I have at the base of each day visible properly, because I haven't been, in all honesty, using them all that much because I've been covering them up a lot with my stickers and all my washi tape. And I wanted to both be functional and pretty. And I need to give myself a chance to actually use them more than I am right now. I do feel that when it comes to systems that work for you, you really have to just kind of try different things and see what is working and what's not. For me, I am so visual. Like, if I don't see it, it's not there kind of person. So for me, it works really, really great to do the reviews and the goal setting in the beginning and the end of each month. But I do find that when it comes to having habit trackers that are like the ones that I have had so far, I haven't been using them all that much because I can't see them, so they're not there in my head. That's just how I work. So a lot of times when I pick out the washi tapes that I want to go into the different weeks, I don't always necessarily have a plan for where I'm planning on putting them. Sometimes I do, but not always. A lot of times I'll just be like, okay, these look kind of good together. This is a good mix of them. And then you kind of have to try a few different things. And I mean, that's the nice thing with washi tape, since you can put it down and pull it back up and things like that. And just for the heck of consistency, we're going to go through each of the, I think it's 5 weeks this month, and just do the washi tape down first before we go back and do the stickers. Why? For me, I guess it's that whole, it's easier to just be like, okay, we're doing washi tape first and then we're doing stickers. So that's what we're doing right now, is working through the washi tape over the different weeks. Naturally, there needs to be some glitter tape. I have a very difficult time when it comes to not putting something sparkly in the weeks. It just makes me happier. It makes me feel like, okay, this is going to be a fun week. You know, you got to do what you got to do. Stay motivated. So for me, there's always that kind of fine balance between functionality and aesthetics, and I really, really love keeping things sparkly, but at the same time, I know I have a tendency to go a little bit overboard and put too much stuff in. So this week we have a little bit of a different setup. The first week we did a little bit more on the purple side. We're moving a little bit more towards the pink and greens kind of in week 2, I guess, of April. And a lot of times I'll put like the more patterny kind of tape at the bottom, and I'll kind of cut as I go, either with scissors or with my little knife. And I use this thing for everything, especially like when I have my nails done, because my gel nails tend to be not necessarily as sharp as regular nails, I guess. I like using the knife to sort of just get in there with the tape. It's just easier. And if I keep going as I go and just cut as I go, there's also not too much of a cleanup at the end. Can we take a moment to just appreciate the meta kind of inception moment that's going on right here with the planner washi in a planner? I know, it's crazy. It's so much fun. These are things that make me go, wow, I need a life. But then I go, you know what? This is my life and I like it. Me and my planner dorkiness. I will let my dorky planner glittery life I'll just be proud. This is who I am. And sometimes that means that planning isn't perfect, like picking a washi tape that is almost out. So you just kind of have to move some things around. It all works out in the end. Just add more sparkles. I have to say, the irony is not wasted on me. I love things that are sparkly. I love glitter. David cannot stand it, which is a little bit hilarious because obviously he's put up with me for 20 plus years. I will not forget when we were, like when our youngest was pretty little and somebody gave her like a glitter glue. That's gotta be like the worst thing that you can give a child. Not for the child, but for the parents, because we all know glitter gets everywhere. Glitter glue, it was spilled on the floor and there was glue stuck to the floor and it was a giant mess. What you gonna do? I'm like, well, at least it has glitter. And on the other hand, Dave was like, oh, the glitter. This week is, I'm thinking, this is the Easter week, so I'm using the little washi tape here that has like the little globes on it, sort of for travel, because I do think that we're probably going to be heading out to the cabin over Easter break, and this one doesn't have the best sticking power. I mean, it's one of my older washi tapes, but I really love it. So I'm gonna put this one down and then sort of, because I know that it has a tendency to come loose, I'll put something a little bit over it, maybe make sure to secure up the sides with some stickers to just kind of make sure that it stays in place. And I know that I've mentioned this before, like if you are going to be using a X-Acto knife or something like that in your planner, make sure that you are not pushing down too hard because you don't want stuff going through to the other side or anything like that. We usually take this week or these days to head out to the cabin, and probably Friday, I don't know, we might go out Thursday. Not completely decided yet. We'll see. It's only like a 45-minute drive anyway. I feel like the natural choice for April would have been a lot of yellow. I'm just not really that big of a yellow person. Like, yellow is possibly my least favorite color. I don't know why. It's just not so much me. So if I can go purple, I will usually go purple because I love it. It is my favorite color, and I'll use pretty much any excuse that I can. And here the excuse is, well, it has flowers on it, so it is purpley and good. I mean, I think when it comes to decorating for Easter and that time of year, I usually go with like maybe some yellows because it's kind of expected, and then purple. Purple. Always purple. So as I said, my habit tracker is here in the back. I'm going to try to use them and make a mental note to actually do so a little bit more this month, and we'll see how that goes. But this will be the last week of April before we head into May, and that is also David's birthday, and the day after that is Valborg, or Valpurgis night. Which is a big deal in Sweden, but that's technically the 1st of May, so it doesn't really count, but we're decorating this week anyway. A lot of times when I have a week that is, like half of one month and the beginning of another, I'll sort of try to be moving in towards whatever theme I think I might be wanting to do the next month, but just this month, not so much. I have no clue what I want to do in May, and I kind of want to let it just rest. So I like this one with the crystals and the gems, so that's just what we're doing. It's what we're going with, and it works with the, I think that it works with the sticker spread as well. The stickers do have a bunch of like neutrals kind of sort of mixed in there, so I think reusing this sort of light brown shade kind of works well. I mean, it's nice to have pops of color, but you also kind of have to have something that ties things together in a more neutral pattern. Like, you don't have to, but that's what I wanted to do this week. It's what I wanted to do. It's what I did. So that being said, this is the washi tape down for all of April. And now it is time to go back. It's sticker time. It's sticker time. So the cool thing with the stickers is they do both come as JPEGs, but they also come as PNGs. So you can technically just have them cut out. If you have a Cricut or a Silhouette, some kind of cutting machine, you can do that. I don't have one, so I am using my trusty X-Acto knife and just kind of going in and cutting it all up, cutting it all out. I kind of feel like I should have done this in advance because, oh my gosh, it takes a while. It does, and my hands are a little bit achy today with my arthritis issues, so yeah, not the best of times at doing it all at once. But I do really like how this works out. The smaller ones, like the ones in little circles, are a little bit harder to use, but I think those are perfect, like if you're doing digital planning as well. I did have a friend that was saying, that she uses her digital planner. I can't say that word. Digital. She uses her digital planner and her iPad and things like that. So it is compatible. If you do your planner in like GoodNotes or things like that, you can use the PNGs just as well there, which is nice because not everybody has a printer and sticker paper, and it's nice when you can use it in lots of different ways, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So function and form are very important to me. I know Mondays are usually the day where I have a lot of my freelance work and things like that. Sundays, I'm kind of covering the Sunday semi up with this Dreamcatcher block because I know that I do not want to plan too much stuff on a Sunday. I'm just admitting that there's going to be rain. Umbrella is just going to happen. I'm not jinxing anything, I promise. And some clouds. I don't know. There need to be more purple umbrellas in my life. It just even if it's rainy, if you got a purple umbrella, I'm thinking you're in a good place. And a chest full of flowers. I thought these were so cute. I know usually you say like April showers, May flowers, but I still wanted to have a bunch of flowers in April as well. And I kind of feel like these like little gem chain things kind of simulate raindrops. It kind of could be that way. If you do want more of a rainy day kind of spread, there is another one actually in my Etsy store. I will put the link to it down in the description, which is really cute. And more blues, I'm thinking, in that one. And it has more of a rainy day thing. Here, this month is just going to be a little bit more hope for flowery futures, if that's a thing. It is now. So, we're going with lots of flowers. I do feel that April being very like Easter heavy, like there's a lot of Eastery stuff. There's a lot of like Easter bunnies and chickens. Like baby chicks are a big thing here in Sweden. So I kind of felt like the concept of like dream catchers with feathers, that it kind of ties in, and it kind of works with that, sort of, it's what I'm telling myself, mainly because I like the way that it looks. So I want to use it. There's also sort of a kind of like suitcasey kind of thing going on here with flowers in the suitcases. And I think that that's kind of like flirting with the idea of travel being more on the horizon, kind of leaving hibernation mode. And for us, I mean, it's going to be more van life stuff and going out to the cabin, just more travel in general, I think. So, vintage trunks are always just like, I love how they look, either as a coffee table or as a sticker. It's funny. I feel like when it comes to spring, it's like everything is just coming back to life. The entire neighborhood, all of a sudden, after having been in hibernation mode all winter, everybody's like outside. At least that's kind of how it is here in Sweden. It's like you go from one extreme of like everybody being indoors for months on end, and all of a sudden everybody wants to be outside, everybody wants to be in the sun, and you are social in a completely different way. So like moving from winter to spring mode, I find that I really do have to sort of reset all of my self-care routines just to sort of honestly just kind of reevaluate where I'm spending my energy, because being social takes a lot. It does. It's a good thing and it's great, but it also takes a lot of energy, and you kind of have to be aware of that if you do deal with being a spoonie, having limited energy, living with a chronic illness, all of those things. I mean, life in general. It's good to be aware of what you're doing and where you're spending your time and energy. So I on purpose saved the stickers that had some daffodils and more of the yellow flowers for the Easter week, because I don't know, daffodils in Swedish is påsklilja, which is like Easter lily. Is that like, are they typical? In my head, they're typical for Easter. It's like, we're moving those flowers more towards here, and I think I'm gonna go in. I got a little sticker book a few weeks ago that I think has some really cute like eggs and things like that, because that's a big thing over here at least. It isn't. It is in the U.S. I think as well, but yeah, like the painted eggs and things like that. It's Eastery to me. I do like mixing in sort of a variety of like half boxes and quarter boxes and sort of more listy kind of things, where like I know that we haven't quite decided, but I'm assuming that on the Thursday there's going to be a few things that I need to get done so that we can head out to the cabin. So I'm just putting that one in there that has like a bit of a checklist kind of vibe to it, and then just the other half boxes and quarter boxes that leave space for whatever I want to put in. Wednesdays at 1, I always have a meeting that lasts for a few hours, so I'm kind of putting that box in to sort of leave a little bit of space there on Wednesday at lunch and then block off the rest of the afternoon. It kind of makes sense, both aesthetically and practically, I guess, for me. don't know if it's like a mom brain thing, but I feel like ever since I got kids, I always forget to drink my tea or my coffee, and it ends up getting cold. I don't know. I did try to get one of those things that's like a little thingy that you can have next to your computer, that plugs in with a USB, and it like heats up a little bit, and it's supposed to keep your mug warm. It's yeah, it didn't work really well. So if anybody if anybody has any suggestions or has ever used one of those things and know one that works well, please tell me, because I would love to have something so I don't always have to either drink cold stuff or reheat. So I got this sticker book from Temu, actually, just to sort of see if it was anything worth having. And I do think that there are a ton of really cute stickers in it. However, it seems to be mainly like one sheet per month. So it doesn't feel like there were all that many. Like for 1,700 stickers, you go, ooh, that's got to be a ton of stuff. But I don't know. A lot of them were very like season specific. But at least I found the eggs that I can use for the Easter week spread, and the other ones I'm guessing I'll probably scatter out throughout the year. But they were pretty cute. They were good. I mean, they weren't mind blowing, but I thought they were pretty cute. Mainly, I think filler stuff. Possibly. Something like that. Works a little bit here, works a little bit there, and the colors matched up pretty good too. So we are pretty much done with April's planning, and I really like how this spread worked out in the different weeks. So first we have the first week with the purple umbrella, kind of that theme going on. I am happy with how the different colored washi tapes still separate the weeks theme-wise, but they also still work with the same sticker spread throughout the entire month. So we have week 2 is kind of more on the pink and green side. Then we have actual Easter week with more of the Easter eggs, and a little bit more of the green and pink thing, kind of with some other colors kind of thrown in there, and more of the daffodils. Then we're going back to purple a little bit with the feathers. I really like the spring vibe and the positivity that I'm just kind of getting from this month's decorating. And then we have my favorite with the gemstones and the crystals and things like that, a little bit of the suitcase stuff and flowers. Either way, I am just really happy with how this month has turned out, and I hope that you guys like it too. I would love to see if you use any of those stickers. I'll post a link in the description if you guys want to get it as well, and I'll see you back here next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.